broken through the, oh, there's the head. Is that it? I think that's it. Right, I'm finally at my snake room. It's been a long day at work. Literally, all I've been thinking about is getting home and cutting these eggs. It's, after seeing that one that crawled out this morning, it's just, yeah, my whole brain. I've been on Morph Market, I've been messaging people, put a post out on Instagram, try and see what was going on. Yeah, it's been doing my absolute head in. So I'm back and I'm looking inside and I can see another baby has poked his head out. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to hold off for now. I'm going to try and contain my excitement for another 5 minutes, so I can quickly talk to you about the adults and stuff like that. If you do follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I posted what the adults were, but if you haven't seen that, then I'm just going to post it on here anyway, just so you can get a better look. But yeah, let me quickly show you the female first. Yeah, I'll show you the female first. And here she is. So this is one of the first snakes I actually bought. I bought it from a guy in Newcastle that was getting out of the hobby. He was moving abroad, I think he was working abroad, so he was selling most of his collection. But yeah, I got her when she was around 650 grams, and yeah, raised her up, got her up to size within a sort of, I want to say within about 1.5 years of having her. I'm not entirely sure how old she is. It's one of the things that I can't remember. But she's getting on for about, I want to say 8 years old max. But yeah, the first year that I bred her to just a straight clown. There was nothing else in him. He was just 100% straight clown, and that was just to produce some female clowns basically. Because back then, I think I paid about, I want to say about $5.50 for her. And this is when female clowns were just at ridiculous prices, like £900 for like a pastel clown and things like that. They were just loads and loads of money. So I basically just wanted to produce clowns, and that was the whole idea. So her first year she produced 3 babies for me. It was 3 clowns. It was 2 males and a female, so I only kept 1. I do have that female up there in that tub. But yeah, after that I gave her a year off, just because there wasn't a lot I was doing at that point. I was sort of just trying to work out the route I was going down. And then after that, I wanted to produce some banana clown hets. So I bought a banana, and then a banana het clown popped up, and again they weren't cheap back then. It was still quite a bit of money, and I decided to buy that one, and I bred that to her, and that's where I actually hit my banana clown. If you haven't seen that video, go and have a look. That banana clown is a little bit funky. Again, I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, he's doing brilliantly. And then after that, I paired her to my pastel blackhead that was 100% het for hypo. That then produced the clutch. I managed to get a pastel blackhead, posset hypo, 100% het clown, and that's what I've paired back to this girl like 1.5 years later. It's the second attempt, so I did pair that male to a pastel het clown I had. Didn't hit anything worth keeping basically, and then this was my second chance. So it's been a couple of years in the running, but yeah, this is her. So as you can see, there's nothing really too different. The pattern is what you would expect of just a standard clown. She does have this little pattern on her head, but again, I don't think that's anything indicative. I think that is just the pattern that she has on her head basically, but she's not got any real flaming up the sides, no real deep blushing in the dorsal, no really weird pattern on the face or anything like that. She's just a standard clown. Now when she did produce that clown to clown clutch, the babies were a little bit reduced, but again, I don't think it was anything major. I think it's just because they're polygenic. They all vary. One snake will always look different to another at times, so yeah. But this is the female. I know exactly what she's been paired to. I'm not a fan of chucking in a couple of males as backups. I will always just keep to that strict pairing of them 2 snakes. If they don't go, they don't go. I'm not desperate. In this case I was, but I'm not desperate to get a clutch out of a female, if that makes sense. So I know exactly what she's been bred to, and yeah, that's the female. I'll quickly grab the male. Here he is. So again, I know exactly what this guy is. I've used the dad loads. The dad was a pastel blackhead, 100% het for hypo. He's sired multiple clutches for me. I know exactly what's in him because everything that's come out has come out as it should basically. So yeah, I know what's in that. So this is the dad that's done all the damage. So yeah, pastel blackhead, 100% het for clown, pos het hypo, and first time breeding. And I like, this is the guy I used for the first breeding, which was the pastel het clown. Didn't get any blackhead clown stuff. Got some visual clowns, got some blackhead stuff, but just not the blackhead clown, which I was gutted about. But yeah, that's this chap. So when you see the baby, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know why it is the way it is. I want to say it's a pastel blackhead clown, just from what I've been looking at all day, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we'll put this guy back. We'll have a look at the eggs, have a look at the one that's popped its head out, and yeah, I'll try and work out what I think it could be. So here we are. This is the clutch as it sits so far. So this baby had cut itself a little slit last night, and then when I come down this morning, it was actually completely out of the egg. Now I did put a post on this baby on Instagram just because I was quite confused. I still am. I still don't have a clue. So if you used to look at it, you'd probably think, oh, it's a super pastel clown, but it is impossible because of the pairing. As you can see, I've shown you the mum. You know what the mum looks like. There's no pastel whatsoever. A few people have come to me and said that it could possibly be Blade that's sort of blushing it out so much. Someone else could possibly be Fire. But yeah, I don't have a clue. I've looked online and I have seen some pastel blackhead clowns that look very similar to this. But again, I don't really know. It is going to be one of the ones where I'm just going to have to hold it back. And I'm just going to have to wait and see once it does gain some size and shed and things like that. So that's this one that's come out of the egg. Now today is actually day 50. What are we on now? I want to say day 54. So this baby was fully out of the egg on day 54. So that's how far ahead they've sort of started coming out. So I've just come back from work basically. First thing I did was come straight to the snake room to check everything out. And that's when I saw this one. This one had cut, and from what I've seen with the head, it looks like it is just a straight black head. It doesn't look like it's got any clown, any pastel. And then literally, I want to say 2 minutes before I turned the camera on, this little guy cut his way out. I'm kind of gutted I didn't catch it on camera, but yeah. So again, this one looks very similar. It's got the same sort of head to the baby. We'll get a close up once I cut this open. You can see this one's starting to poke his head back out. But yeah, we will have a close look again. I think this is going to be a similar result. It looks super pastel. There's no way it can be super pastel. But yeah, we will see. So you can see this one's done a good old number. It's made plenty of cuts. I'm just going to do this one first just because it has got its head sticking out. So, and I'm probably more excited to see this one than the other one, just because the other one does look straight blackhead to me. I always find it more awkward cutting open the eggs that have already been cut than the ones that haven't. But again, if I open this up, it's pretty much identical to that baby I've just shown you. The head pattern is exactly the same. Obviously not exactly the same, but it's the same sort of layout. It's very blushed out. The pattern on the back is exactly the same, and even some of the pattern on the side that I can see is exactly the same. So I'm not sad, and today is a het to a visual, so it's nice to have two visuals. But yeah, I don't think it's what I'm looking for. It could be pastel blackhead, but I really don't know, hence why I put the post out. So I'll chuck this one to the side. We'll have a look at this little guy, just because it has poked its head out now, so we'll see. I'm sure it is just a straight blackhead. You never know, I might be pleasantly surprised. I'm never normally that lucky, but so yeah, opening that up, that is just a straight black. Look how dark that is though. That looks absolutely amazing. I love how dark the blackhead stuff is. But yeah, that looks really cool. Very cool. Real chunky baby as well. These babies are huge. But yeah, so this one is going to be available, whether it's male or female. I'm not going to be holding it back just because I've already got some blackhead het clown stuff growing on. And really I'm just trying to hit that visual, so that will be available. These two clowns, the two visuals, I'm not too sure yet. As I said, if I don't know what they are, it is going to be a case of just holding maybe one of them back just to see what it turns out to be. So this one's not actually broken itself through yet, but 3 that have broken out of 5, you know, they're definitely going to be ready. They are quite plump, and you can see this other, you can see how swollen it actually is. Again, I've had this before, and I think it's just the way I set them up. They just sort of absorbed a little bit too much moisture basically, but as you can see from the others, they're all the same. Babies are all looking okay so far, so we'll give this one a little chop. Like I said, eggs like this, I struggle opening these up. I'd rather they're all dimpled, but so again, that's another blackhead. Oh, it's not looking good, is it? Not looking good. Yeah, again, you can see how dark that is. It is literally black as your hat, if you like. Everything in there looks spot on, to be fair. Baby looks healthy. Again, that's normally the main thing. Yeah, I'm not going to say I am gutted that it's not a blackhead clown, but again, yeah, this one's going to be available at some point, so if you want to jump on the blackhead clown bandwagon, that is going to be an option from me. So last one, the largest egg. Here you can see it did have a bit of moulding, so I was putting some of the foot powder on there and stuff like that. Come on, last one, come on please. I see clown. Is it a blackhead clown though? It's got, again, this is going to be quite difficult because the amount of blackhead clowns that I've been looking at, they all look different, if that makes sense. Now it has got some blushing on the back, which could suggest blackhead. I think more of this is basically just seeing the head more than anything. 3 visuals though from 5 eggs. I'm over the moon with that. And again, as long as they are healthy, that's the main thing. Just trying to have a look at where the head might be on this one. I don't want to move it around too much, but I do. And the thing is, I know they're all pretty much ready to come out because these 2 that have pipped and this one that's come out fully. I don't know if that's it or not, to be fair. It has got that, I don't want to jinx it, it's, I don't know, the head is well and truly hidden. I can feel in the egg there's not a lot of stuff in here, to be fair. The whole lot seems like it's pretty much absorbed. I think this probably would have broken through the, oh, there's the head. Is that it? I think that's it. No, is that it? It almost looks enchy. I don't think there's any enchy in this. Definitely no enchy in there. But I think that might be it, you know. Look at that head. Look at that. I think that's it. Oh my god. I've just started shaking. I think that could be it. Right, I need to jump on my phone for a second. I need to have a look at that. I think that could be it. Right, I'm back. I think that is it. I genuinely think that's it. Looking at that head pattern, originally I did think enchy because it's like almost like a diamond pattern on that head. But I think that's it. I think that is what I've been trying to hit all this time. Yeah. It is a well, if it is what I think it is a sigh of relief. It does look different to what I've seen online, but again, I know polymorphic, everything can be different. But yeah, this thing, if this is what I think it is, I'm going to be so happy. I'm 95% sure that it is blackhead clown. I'm really hoping it's a male, just because I've got so many projects on hold at the minute, and all these projects are basically down to me trying to make this one snake. It's my second attempt at trying to do it after probably about, I want to say it's been about 3 years in the making now of trying to get to this stage, and I'm finally, fingers crossed there. Yeah, I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy. Now, I don't know if it's just the way I have my incubator set up and temperatures. I know there's been a lot of people doing some like research into it as to whether temps actually make a difference on whether you have male, females and things like that. One of my last clutches, which was a Blitz Clown clutch, where I'm trying to hit a Blitz Clown, or Blitz Het Clown. I did hit 2 Blitzes that are going to be 100% Het for Clown, but they both turned out to be female, which again, that's kind of annoying. But again, I'll take it. It just means that I can grow them females up, get some more dark genes into the clown projects, and yeah, that's just going to be something for the future. But yeah, this one here, hopefully it will focus. I do not know what is going on. I want to say that this is a pastel black-haired clown, just because of this pattern on the dorsal line here and these patterns down there. That's very similar to the black-haired male that actually sired this clutch. And if that's the case, I think this other one in this egg down here in this corner here, if it is the case that this is a pastel black-haired clown, then I do believe that is one as well, which in case means I've got 3, which I would have been happy with just one, literally just one of them. I would have been over the moon. But if these 2 do turn out to be that as well, then yeah, it's incredible. But oh, this little one's suddenly deciding to come out of the egg by the looks of it. This is the one that literally cut itself open like 10-15 minutes ago. But I'm going to have a little look at this one. I just want to see what this one is, whether it's male or female, just sort of gauge whether I'm going to be cursed by females or maybe I'll be lucky enough to hit some males. Now, as I said as well, this is day 54, so that other one hatched on day 53, so super early. Most of my clutches do hatch out early. Again, I don't know if it's because of the incubator I use, the temperatures I use, or what, but yeah, I think every single one of my clutches is either pipped early, or extremely early, or basically bang around the 55-day mark. So let's see what this one is. Try and do this on camera again. I don't know if the camera will focus that close. So yeah, this is a female. So normally you'd be over the moon with that. Most people would be like, yes, female clowns, one to hold back for the future. But for me, not so much. So once this sheds and it's got a couple of mils in it, if I do decide that it's not a blackhead pastel clown, then this female probably will be up for sale. I don't know what else could be going. It could be blade, could be fire. It's just these markings here. I'll go and get the dad, but it's them markings there that are making me lean towards it is possibly blackhead. So let me quickly get the dad to show you. Now, I don't know I'm going to get all this in frame, but I'm just going to try and hold him up. Now I will have a look at him on myself, but can you see down his dorsal line? Can you see these? It's almost like a chain linking effect, almost. You can see them areas. So that is pretty much what I'm seeing on the top of the baby there. So that's what I'm going off. But yeah, I'm not 100% at all. Well, that's an interesting one. So it's going to be that long, painful game, isn't it, of waiting for them to come out the eggs. I'm pretty convinced these are going to come out fairly soon, just because of the baby that's already come out, basically. So they should hopefully all be out within a day or two. But yeah, I'm 95% sure that I've got a blackhead clown. 95% sure. The other 2 that look very similar, that look like super pastel clowns, again, from the one that I've seen in the egg, the pattern does look extremely similar to the one that's already come out of the egg. Some people have said there could be fire, some people said there could be blade. I don't know. I don't really have, I have got fire, but I've got super fire in my collection. Again, I've not paired that to anything just because I've not tried working it into anything. Blade, I don't think I've got blade in my collection. When I hatched my banana clown stuff, some people said it could possibly be black. I'll show you the banana clown. But yeah, this is my banana clown that I made. This is the one thing I was trying to hit for ages. But you can see from the pattern, a lot of people have said this could possibly be blade just because of how reduced it is, just because of how blushed out the colours are on it. But this animal is nearly 2.5 years old, so you would expect the patterns and the colours and things like that to sort of go a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I do have some plans for this guy. But yeah, I thought I'd just show him off. But yeah, other than that, I don't think I've got blade in my collection. Someone was saying blade's quite hard to detect. It's normally when you put them together and you make super blades, that's when you can sort of detect it a little bit more. But yeah, it's like anything. You could have stuff floating around in your collection, you wouldn't have a clue until you luckily hit something that makes you think, yeah, that could be that. But yeah, I do think I think I'm just trying to convince myself. I do think the two pastels could be blackhead clowns. That's the only explanation I can think of. I don't think they're firefly clowns. I think the pattern would be a lot different if they were firefly clowns. Again, blade, I don't work with blade. I don't really take much interest in blade just because it doesn't do anything for me. If it is blade, I'd rather it wasn't there at all, to be fair. But I'm hoping, I'm praying that they are pastel blackhead clowns, which in case means I'd hit 3 of them, which is an absolute dream. I'll be happy with just one, I really would. But yeah, I think I said as well, the other 2 blackheads, they're both 100% het clown, they're POS het hypo. They are both going to be available, so if you do want to get into the blackhead clown project, please do let me know. I am open to trades as well, because I know how the market is in a minute. I know everyone's panicking, but yeah, I am open to trades. So if you've got something that I'm sort of interested in, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm always happy to try and do deals where I can. Not just for me, but just to help other people out, because I've sort of started from the bottom. Like, again, stuff in my collection, there's nothing amazing, there's nothing you'd look at and go, wow, that's incredible, but I'm slowly getting there. I'm slowly building my way up, which is the way that I wanted to do it, just because it's more fun that way, you know. I just get a little bit more out of it. But depending on what the 2 pastels are, if they are just pastel clowns with something else maybe in the mix, if they're definitely not blackheads, then both of those will probably be available as well. Again, I'm open to trade, so yeah, it's definitely something to look out for. Keep an eye on my Instagram, because I do update there first, and I will probably do an update video on these once I've done a little bit more digging. Hopefully I can send some pictures off to a few people that have produced blackhead pastel clowns in the past. Hopefully they'll be able to point me in the right direction as well. So yeah, over the moon, I think I've got one. I'm 95% sure I think I've got one, but yeah, give it a week, we'll see what happens. So thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.